很专业。
有钱的学校。
Focus now.
Assalamualaikum. Okay, I will say sorry. We will start today. Okay for you?
Yeah, okay. Maybe in the middle. Okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay, sorry.
our this week have to this from here from Chungyuan Christian University.
What?
They will give us
What?
this lecture.
The
Yeah.
microphone.
For the first
They say
lecture
they
is,
need which university?
yeah. You can call him Professor JTG. Yeah. And there is a topic
Oh, okay.
Professor JTG
Yeah.
is energy concept. And electrical organization and chemical physiology programs. And for the second speaker is Professor Yang Wang. The beautiful one. The topic is about air pollution control and management. Environmental education. And after this guest lecture, they will promotion about Chungyuan Christian University, and then continue with interview who interested to continue studying master program or PhD program in Chungyuan Christian University. The first who interested to continue studying. This is your opportunity to grow abroad, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. I think our professor will give guest lecture 15 minutes for 15 minutes and 15 minutes and so we just have a short line. So we will
Any lady? JJJ from Taiwan. So because our time is limited, so I will just go quick over. Today I will give you a short introduction about the emerging contaminant and microplastic. So what is the emerging contaminant? So I just show three definitions for the emerging contaminant. So the first one is their origin sources in the environment may not be known. the second one is they probably have no any law or regulation for this kind of chemical, so they can continually discharge or emission into the environment. And the third one is already probably used for a very long time before, but we don't know it is hazardous. Right now, we already know it is very dangerous for the human, but we will stop to use this kind of chemical. We will say this is a contaminant. We use some of our laboratory in my lab. Two types of the emergent contaminant. The first type is it's connected in 8 carbon atoms in a straight line with the fluoride the atom. So PFOA and PFOS. This is used in like the food or the one you use to usually water resist, right? So this because they have this kind of the function, they can to do the oil proof or water resist. So this is how we expose to this chemical, because chemical like PFAS content, like the coat, the jacket you wear have like the Gore-Tex. They can be wind protection or water resistance or waterproof. Usually have this kind of chemical coating on the surface. So this you wear your jacket for a long time. So usually this kind of release jacket to the environment. And example in Taiwan, river in Taiwan. So we just take every month we just the concentration of this kind of emergent contaminant in the Taiwan rivers. So we can see in the rivers, especially in the area close to the industrial area and the international airport, because the chemical PFAS, they actually kind of the product we call the AFFF, aqua. They use when they have the fire happen or fire disaster, they will use like put the fire. So this kind of the chemical they use chemical by different so we just go through very quickly. So the next target we have on the emergent here, and the target is we call OP. What is OPE? It's kind of the flame retardant. It's also used apply a variety of the product, like the carpet inside our house, also like the laptop, the computer, phone. Manufacture this kind of product. They will add this chemical into this product because once if there is fire happens, so usually this flame retardant, they can slowly decrease the fire spread. So they will buy you, if there is a fire happen, you can buy you some time for escape from the fire scene. So application in daily life, and also have some negative impact, like they can have the carcinogenic for the human health or for the environment. So same here and in our campus building. So we want to know how many of these emergent contaminants actually atmosphere. So we just use sampling air device in indoor, and we just do finally analyzed by the GCMS. So this is how we around like a 20 OPS compound with MSMS. So this is the idea tell you between the indoor air and outdoor air, they actually contaminant, especially in the indoor air. You know, the reason why in the outdoor, they usually the weather condition is good, so they have the wind rule. So usually the pollutant they can be easily spread out. But the indoor environment, kind of the closed environments, usually if they have the pollutant sources indoor, so usually they are not easy to go away. So indoor usually have a high concentration. The other reason is in the environment, usually kind of the OPS they apply in our daily life product, like the computer, the laptop, and even the kind of remaining source of the OPS from the indoor in the indoor area. So we just go to quick. So in the air, when we want to discuss about where kind of the coming from, so we usually will use this analytical tool. We call it the backward side. They actually provide a backward which day, so they can produce the air way. So like from today, we can set 5 days before today to see where the air come from today and the day before today. That's something like that. So we can see sample. So we can easily in the outdoor environment where they come from. So from the July and August, this is the very main type of the pollutant sources. From the will not. That means from the open ocean, but they probably will not have any pollutant sources. So if you have a high concentration, it means the pollutant maybe come from your local source, so you will be dominated by your local emission sources. But for the come from the long distance southeast, they pass through like the Malaysia, Thailand, they eventually arrive in Taiwan. So that means if we have this kind of the sources is coming from the long quotation from the other countries. So we also do the health risk assessment by assessment their risk chemical. So we so risk. Let's jump to the microplastic. So microplastic, I believe everyone a plastic particle size less than 5 millimeters. So big bag plastic product in the daily life. So they will put a lot of them in our. So this is an idea to show you how the microplastic transport in the environment. So they can not only from the, but also they can like the fiber, microfiber, they can easily to down to the ocean. So they can be in the air, of course. So this is one research in my microplastic irrigation water. We also have just published the result in this year. So we just take the water sample from the to see how many agriculture, right? So if there is microplastic in the irrigation water, so maybe when we do the irrigation, so maybe the easy transport the water to the agriculture, like from the rice, from the vegetable, from we use this microscope to identify their shape, their size, their color, and use. We just jump into the result. So we can see in the whole year investigation, we can see its impact season. In it's around like April and May and June. So in that year, May is the dominant rainy season at that time. So you actually plastic you can find in the irrigation water. That is because the rainy season when they have the big rain. So usually the rainy season, the rainwater will flush out all over the pollutant, including the microplastic on land into the irrigation channel. And if you go to Taiwan, you will also have face some our natural thing or the typhoon. The summer usually will have some typhoon hit the Taiwan. So at that time in 2021, we have the typhoon hit the Taiwan. So they also bring a lot of the shower and the rainwater. That also have the impact for plastic, can cause the high concentration in the irrigation water. So this is how the dominant shape for the microplastic irrigation water, and also the size, just between like the 333 1000 micrometer is the dominant size for the plastic we found. And just found the three major polymer type: PP, PE, and PS. This is the three most dominant polymer type the irrigation. So, PP, PE, PS are used a lot in our daily life, like the plastic bag, the agricultural application product. So let's see, jump to you in the daily life. We can see we also can calculate and evaluate the risk assessment to the environment. So here for the microplastic, we have one called ecological. Use this ecological to environment, so we can see on the ones have potential to the. I want collaboration with in the Surabaya, so that's why we have this result. We just see how cost of the. This is our alumni in the ETAS. So we just collect a sediment sample along the coast of the Surabaya, and we just want to know what is the size and the color and the dominant shape, like the fragment or fiber or their polymer type. So we can see they actually have the high concentration of microplastic just near to the this area close industry. So this is have the high concentration of the microplastic, and we also have find some if there is any correlation between the type and also for the size, and we can see the significant correlation. And the case study is we are not only focused on how much microplastic in the environment, but we also want to know if we already know they have the microplastic in the environment, right? So if this kind of microplastic, they can be actually a vector or a carrier to absorb the pollutant, like the heavy metal or emerging contaminant on the surface of microplastic. If they can absorb this kind of chemical, so it means this kind of the pollutant, they can be easily transport with the microplastic from the ocean to the or from the river to the ocean. So they can be a vector for. We just want to see the social behavior of the virgin and the or aging plastic. So we just one is we get it plastic from the industrial, but the weathering or aging microplastic is something like we put the virgin one into the real environment for like the 1 month, 3 months, 6 months under the sun and under the, so it will be do some chemical or physical service. And the other one, we do the artificial aging process. We just put in our lab and using a signal light to, this is a very high, it's like 100. So they can be shorten this process. Like if it needs require like the 3 months in the real environment, it only can shorten like within one month. So we can do the artificial aging. So we still can know if the wearing process or aging process can on the absorption of the micropollutant. So this is how, so because of time limitation, we choose plastic polymer type, we use the PET. Why PET? Because the PET is the most popular plastic we use, because for the Coke, for the soda, for the juice, the bottle is all made from the PET absorption behavior. And the one chemical we want to test, we call acid boron. It's also have the other we call BP3. BP3 is actually one of the ingredients for the sunscreen lotion. If you can see, usually when you pick out a lot of the plastic waste, right? A plastic bottle is made from the PET. And for the beach, usually when people go to the beach, usually you will use sunscreen lotion, right? So prevent for the sunburn. It have a lot of this kind of ingredients. So we want to know if in the beach, so they have so many sources from the sunscreen lotion, and they also have so many PET in beaches in the ocean. So behavior between these BP3 chemicals, and we do in the real environment and in the lab scale, so we can how the aging process impact this kind of the chemical absorption behavior, and we find it's aging process. So this is one of my students from Indonesia. She also graduated 2 years ago. This is conducted in our lab. So we just go to the jump to the final. So this is my research interest to contaminant and microplastic. So as we mentioned to you, several results we done before, and also water in the. So this is our lab, and I would like to and effort for this kind of research. And if you have any question, we are very happy to answer.
Please give it now our wonderful presentation. This week was again. And we continue to bring Thank you.
这个好，哎，这。
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm not talking about my research.
Although my research is related to the air pollution control and environmental management,
However, I would like to introduce the air quality management policy in Taiwan and let you understand
how much effort and time.
哎，那铁子
air quality improvements. So I will go through the background improvements and the evolution of the plan and the goal. And in this year, I'm always EPA was restructured into the Ministry of Environment. So there are 11 departments and 4 new administrations and 1 research institute. And the 4 administrations included climate change and resource circulation, chemicals, and environmental management administration. So you will understand the focus part of Taiwan EPA in the future. And talking about the background of Taiwan, because you know, if you take the air quality as a function, there are 3 important parameters in the function. And is weather, current, and human. And in Taiwan, especially in winter, the weather is mainly affected by the high pressure system coming from the Mongolia region. It means there are some pollution affected the Taiwan air quality from the Mongolia region, especially in winter. There is nose is the monsoon and coming to Taiwan. And this is the average PM2.5 concentration. You will tell it is the highest in the central and the southern part of Taiwan because of the accumulation. Like as I said, there are monsoon coming from the Mongolia system. However, in the central and the southern part, it is the downwind of Taiwan. The pollution will be prone to accumulation in that part. And the average PM2.5 concentration is also highest in winter. And for the zone concentration, the highest concentration is in the northern and the southern part, and the highest in autumn is a little bit different with the PM2.5 concentration. These 2 pollutants are the focus pollutant in Taiwan EPA focus on. And in the PPT, you can tell the environmental load in Taiwan is increasing, no matter it's GDP, the energy consumption, the total vehicle, something. However, the total pollutant emissions is decreasing. And the yearly average concentration is decreasing from 2016 to 2022, and from 20 microgram per cubic meter to 12.4 microgram per cubic meter. Do you have any idea what's the average concentration in Indonesia for 2.5? Do you have any idea about that? It's a 20, it's a 30, it's a 10. According to the Greenpeace report, the date on 2020 is around 40 microgram per cubic meter. So it means you could have a lot of contribution to the air quality improvement in your country.
而且原本是一阵可以用2阵，现在没有，一台车就要1个阵，有2台就要申请。没有啊，所以你有2个车号啊，对啊，这边你车号我就要6000元。当初
pollutant in air.
可以登，
So we reduce the precursor of
这就要你个别申请，就2。
decrease. And this is the visibility in Taiwan because Visibility is not a good index for air quality. However, the public are used to tell the visibility and normal index to tell if the air quality is good or not. Okay, in Taiwan, we have more than 200 models above 3,000 meters. We have many high models. And this is the visibility in different cities. You can tell clearly each model in that city means our visibility also improved. And what's the control plan we took for the past 4 years? In Taiwan, we modify the air pollution control plan every 4 years. We set the goal and the strategy to improve our air quality. So under the past 4 years control plan, we have 27 strategies under 4 major dimensions, because you understand there are 3 different kinds of pollution sources contributed to the air pollution. It included the stationary pollution sources and the fugitive and the moving pollution sources. So we will have the policy for the pollution permit and the VOC and the HAPs, hazardous air pollutant control. We also to do the both improvements, and we implement the environmental education to guide the public to do the behavior transformation. And you also understand that the environmental goals has a strong power to push the industry to find the innovative solution to reduce the air pollution. So since the amendment of the Air Pollution Control Act on 2018, there are already a total of 120 subsidiary laws have been amended in Taiwan. So to achieve the air quality improvement. And also the Ministry of Environmental cooperated with other ministry to have the state-owned enterprises to achieve the 50% total reduction in air pollutant, because these big, especially for the state-owned enterprises, they have the big duty to improve the air quality in Taiwan. We also do the boiler improvement. There are already 73% of boilers change their fuels from coal-fired to the LNG. Also, the 60% completion of the boiler improvement. And we also focus on the hotspot for HAP and to issue the risk-based strategy to control the HAP. And the motorcycle, the audio source is very important pollution source for the air quality. So Taiwan EPA accelerated the phasing out of all the highly polluting vehicles, including progressively strengthen the emission standard and provide the subsidiary to the phase out of the vehicle. And we also established the air quality purification zone to control the motorcycle and the diesel vehicle engine to this zone to improve the air quality. And I would like to for you to give you 2 interesting examples. One is the management system, because now net zero is the national goal for any country. So Taiwan EPA set up a management system to accelerate the phase out of 10 years old vehicle into the electrical or hybrid vehicle. If the owner complete the replacement, they will get the subsidy from the government or the developers. Because in Taiwan, if the developer want to have a new
development plan, they still have the air pollution or the carbon offset credit. So they will get the credit from these old big owners. So it's the win-win-win policy for the air pollution carbon reduction, because the owner will get the subsidy and the developers will get the offset credit. And both of them help the government to reduce the carbon emission and air pollution emission. And another example is about the fog activities, because in Taiwan, we have the culture to burn the newspaper. The newspaper is like the money in paradise. We burn the newspaper to our ancient or to the god to help them to have the money and in paradise. Okay, but burning newspaper will make lots of air pollution. So how to improve it? There are two strategies. One, the Taiwan EPA install a dedicated furnace to burn the newspaper. You understand, a bigger furnace, the efficiency is much higher than the small furnace. Okay, so we collect the newspaper to burn it in bigger furnace. And the next is the Taiwan EPA guide the public to choose merit instead of the newspaper. It means we encourage the public to donate to charity or organization instead of buying the newspaper. So it's kind of the concept communication, also an example of environmental education. So the public believe if they donate the money to the charity or organization, the merit will come back to them and make their money more meaningful. So this is another example. Also the restaurant, because around your daily life, there are many restaurants around you. It's also a small pollution sources. So in Taiwan, a catering industry with a business scale of 1,000 square meter,
Yeah.
300 seats. Will be the government will install the entity to control.
Too difficult to interview. Yeah, maybe we can just take. Yeah, it's okay. But then that's everyone. We only 5 or 3 or just just come. Okay.
Responsibility to control the emission. And when the air quality deteriorated, we will initiate the response system to ask the state-owned power plant to transfer their fuel into energy instead of the coal-fired power plant to reduce the air pollution. So this is the past 4 years. And the next 4 years, we have a simple target to control the PM 2.5 and the ozone concentration and to implement the precision governments in regional and seasonal control and do the assessment of the national policy on air quality. So we have one vision and shooting paper, 3 goals, cooperating with administration based on the other aspect. So I will skip this part. And if you are interested in it, you can take them as a reference. So because the very important part is the cooperation. Environmental issue is not only the responsibility of environmental engineering students, it is all public responsibility, and it should cooperate with other ministries or other administrations. So even the integrated cooperation is very important to improve not only the air quality, but also the water quality or all the environmental quality. And because the Ministry of Environment in Taiwan, we have a very clear action plan, and we have a very clear strategy under the goals. So we can implement the biology action plan to achieve our goals. So that's what you can take it into consideration if you become the expert in the field of environmental engineering. What can you contribute to your country? So it's all my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Please.
Good.
Wow. We have question for
Yeah.
Professor Chitty and Professor for their presentation. It's okay. Thank you so much. And we'll give one. No? Okay. Okay, please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Julian. I'm practicing here in my fifth semester. I would like to discuss about the policy about vehicles in Taiwan, because you mentioned before with regard each vehicle is going to be changed for a new one after 10 years. It's going to reduce the carbon footprint. But as I know, or as I remember, half the carbon footprint of a vehicle is made by its production. So my question is, isn't this policy increases the carbon footprint only because the amount of cars which are made is going to increase because the people are forced or intensive or like forced to buy every 10 years a new vehicle. So I could imagine the carbon footprint increases. It's made our increasing. Maybe you could give your opinion. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Carbon footprint is a practical issue, I think.
Yeah.
And we phasing out of the old vehicle is good for air pollution reduction.
From the carbon footprint, because we also accelerate the efficiency, and it means we will have a more efficient energy consumption, and so we also contribute to the reduction of the carbon emission something. So it should take all these factors into consideration. But today, carbon is only focused, mainly focused on air pollution reduction, and the total carbon reduction, I think, is another story. Yes, thank you for your question. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your No? Okay. Another question? Okay. Please give message for information should be like this yeah. And another task, maybe you can oh, it's okay now. Yeah. And still we have something.
对，没关系。对啊，我们也没有那么多资料给你。
If you don't have class, you can stay with you. Yeah. Oh, 谢谢 invitation.
Yeah, 谢谢，谢谢，谢谢，谢谢，Yeah，谢谢。
Okay. You can still do.
不会吧？如果坐下来这么多人，我们也很麻烦。
现在可能是大二大三的。
对。对啊，如果坐下来这么多，我们咱马博他怎么样好了？我怎样啊？谢谢，谢谢，谢谢，谢谢。
You can stay here. Yeah. Yes. Move it right.
So for the remaining students who want to attend the maybe all of you can yeah, so for the remaining students who want to stay and listen to the introduction of do you have any neighborhood scholarship? You guys can move forward and then we will have short introductions, and if you are interested, you can also try to have interviews.